If I was looking to bring you up to speed more towards my current timeline on these uploads, probably the thing that I shouldn't be doing is adding in a bonus video to our Sicily series that I'm currently publishing onto the channel. But that's exactly what I'm doing today. A 5th bonus part whereby I actually look to kind of get things right in camera before pressing the shutter button. Lifting shadows, correcting lighting and reaching high ceilings in a very intuitive video. And I thought I'd share it with you because I was going through and it's pretty much a full video. So we're doing that and we're going to dive straight into it. Apologies about the very slow upload schedule. I've been very busy. It's now the 10th of May. The schedule I've been uploading is in February, as you know, and it's been incredibly busy. I was actually covering for another photographer that passed away on a series of workshops, which finished here in Istanbul just last week. And I'm actually heading to Cuba tomorrow to conclude and continue my spring. So it's been busy, but we're now getting back up to speed and the content should follow suit. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a bonus. Leave any comments if you've got them below. We'll dive straight in. Welcome back. We've moved on. It's actually the following morning now. I've come to a beautiful palace, but subtle changes in my setup process are making shots much better. And I'm going to quickly guide you through what it is that I've been doing just to do subtle adjustments outside of the camera to improve our photography, our interior photography. So you can see here, I'm in this room photographing here. That's my position. And it's going to look quite cool, but there's a couple of spots that don't look very good in camera. So if I actually go here and look at the harsh, horrible light that's coming in here on the back of my LCD, both on the left side and this door. Now, actually, just by moving through the scene like so, quick couple of adjustments I can make to actually fix this. Number one, if I just push this door in, this window, and lift that out, push this back like so, that points the light, of course, in the opposite direction, this way. Then, if we then move over here, we can actually just get this door, close that one like so. When we go back to our camera, look at the difference it makes. Let me see if we can show you there. That's the first slight adjustment in camera. I'm going to shoot that. Typical settings, normal settings, but adjustments outside of the camera. Just taking the final exposure, the bottom section of the image, and it's done. And actually, I'd already set up everything in camera and then just realised that this improvement is just going to give us light across the scene, left to right, and of course it's going to look much nicer in camera. Now, the other thing I could do before I take shots is actually to elevate my camera's position to get more of the ceiling a little bit more balanced. So I might have another look at just doing that. Okay, so I have this trusty thing, and what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to put it under. I'm going to elevate my tripod position just a bit. With this really trusty bench, something like this. And that's going to allow me now to reach right up there. And of course I can flip out my screen before I do it to make sure that I'm that's all right, I think. Good. Now, even though I'm using a tilt shift, I still want to get as high as possible because you don't stretch the ceilings out, of course. So getting it nice and high means that the ceilings look kind of more realistic, especially when you shift to the top and you're sticking that focus up there, right up in the blue ceiling. I'm trying not to touch the camera before it finishes. That's it, the bottom one. And that's it. So basically, just what have we gone? 500, not even 400 centimetres. And it'll finish off like so. You can see there just how much more ceiling you get in actually on the shot. As you flick through this, you can see actually so much more ceiling just balanced out. Now I actually did exactly the same in the initial room, which Dominic's now photographing in. And that is looking something like so. Now there was two things that we needed with this room. We need this light to be softer, which it is about to be again. And of course you can't close the window. So this one's about timing. I did the same thing though. I elevated my position from here just up a little bit to get more of this ceiling in, because look how beautiful that is up there. So, create a little plinth. And then we just got to wait for the light, exactly like this. So, it improves the shot. And actually, I want to get as much as possible. If I show you this, if I shift up, when I'm up here shifted, brighten that up for you, I can then get most of that ceiling in. In fact, I need to come forward a little bit because I still have a little, right at the very top there, I actually just have a little bit of the ceiling or the door in. So I need to go forward just a fraction. So that's not the simplest of tasks. Just not much, just a bit. Come back a bit more. And there we are. Okay. And just like that, the light disappeared as fast as it was there. I managed to capture the shots like so. And that's as high as I can get without the light. Like so. Makeshift step. We're actually going to do the middle room exactly the same way. Timing, lift the elevation of the tripod to get those extra high ceilings in our shots. So, very patient game, but hopefully it's going to lead to some really nice shots. So far I've got 2 in the bag, and hopefully this will be a third. So, same thing again, but this time I'm going to leave the far doors open so we're shooting through the room and can see that nice space behind too. It will complement the other shot. Okay then, middle room. Everyone's basically cleared up now, so I can quickly get this middle room. I'm just going to move this bag, put it next to my own, and then of course we're going to capture the final room. I'm going to do it in the same way. I don't think there's that much light. I think clouds are coming again. Yeah, huge black clouds are on their way. So if I set this up, life is going to be good, same as before, so nice and simple. I'm going to use exactly the same tools as I did a minute ago. That's where we're now sitting. Exactly the same, really. Of course, the lighting's quite harsh in here, so you have to excuse some of the situation. I've got a flashing red battery, so let's work at a fast pace. Now, I've got harsher light, and we cannot close the door in this one. So I'm going to focus down on the door, easy, shoot. 5 brackets I'm doing because of that lighting. Top one, hard to reach, there's me up there. Get it up. Same as before, move my position. So I'm over here now. Onto the ceiling, yeah, it's in focus. Had to check. And of course, finally, we're going to move to that bottom position. You can see how this isn't easy, yeah? Bottom one, shoot. Let's have a look at this, shall we? I think we're nearly there. My camera battery's just died. Get it down. Just in time. Yep, camera battery died. And I want to check what we've got. I don't even think I've got enough to turn it on. No, got nothing. Okay. Let's change that. Before I finish, I'm actually going to go downstairs and see if there's another room or two. The rest of the gang have now gone down there. I'm just checking these shots. Considering that I was struggling with timing, battery life and so on, my shot is pretty straight considering. So that's good. Ceiling's in, got enough brackets, and the middle shot also looking good. Happy, I can work with that. It's not a problem. Okay, I'm going to move downstairs, and I think that's it then for this upstairs section. Got lucky with the clouds. Of course, we've used the elevation to get some shots, and maybe there's a couple more images to grab downstairs. Let's move down. Okay, got another example. Same thing. Cool ceiling up above here, like so. Cool room, like so. Literally, nice thing. Problem is, same as before really, we've got this light here, so I'm going to block this one out. Now, some of them can't close, and some of them can. Of course, if you're shooting the actual ceiling, then it's not that beneficial, but you can see there, harsh lighting. I can't close all of it, but I can close some of it, so same thing as applying as before. And again, it just improves my shot massively because it blocks out the light in the back of the camera. So, you know, it blocks the light coming in harshly on that right-hand side. Same as before, really. I can now increase my exposure. On this one, I don't actually have to be that high, so my camera's position can stay kind of where it is, really. I'm going to start with the middle bracket, of course, same as before. There's less furniture downstairs, but still it's nice. On to the final room. Another beauty, another one where one door can close only, it seems. But that one door is going to make a huge difference. So let's get it gone. That's it. Doesn't have to be much, just enough to help us with the scene overall. I think that's going to work. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'm pretty much wrapped up for this episode. It's been a pleasure to have you along for the journey. We had some really interesting shots, I think, in this one. Some nice images, and of course, when you're on a scouting mission like this, it's always very difficult to film, shoot, guide the people, talk, and I'm driving as well on this particular trip, so it's very difficult to kind of get all of that across. But I think we've got some stunning images in this particular episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon. Hope you've taken something away.